Hey everybody.
Well, hello there. Didn't see you.
What's going on?
Don't mind us, though. We're just a couple of guys here in a little bit of a room. We've known as...
With some graphics.
Yeah, it's not quite the closet, but this is the ESL Pro League, and it is Season 8. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. We're getting down to the wire. But before we go any steps further, we do have a treat for you, coming from the way of Betway. In fact, it's going to be the top clutchers. Let's check it out.
Who is the best clutcher in CSGO?
Oh, Zipex, for sure. He's really good.
Honestly, myself. You didn't see the clutch against Mibar?
I think so. In the apps, and he jumped down, and then you no-scope a guy.
Yeah. Oh, I'm just kidding. I would say Zipnex. He's a really good clutcher, a really great mind using it in clutches where he just outplays the opponent.
Best clutcher, I would have to say Zipnix, because it seems like he's always at the right place at the right time. He's really smart, he knows what to do, so it's really hard to play against.
I would say Code Zero.
Yeah. Not Zipix.
Nah.
There's like different ways of clutching. Some players like to play it really aggressive, and some players like to play it really smart. I feel like everyone can clutch really well, but I'm just gonna say Nico, just because I don't want to say Zipix, because everyone else says it. But
Zipix is simple for me, yeah.
I think the most annoying player to play against in clutch situation is Flusha. There's just something about how he moves and how he plays that's just so freaking annoying. I don't know why.
Yeah. Who is the best clutcher? I mean, you say you want to be everything, but can you be the best clutcher, or are there other guys that can clutch better than you?
I can't give it to myself there. I guess, like, obviously, the every answer, most likely, or the big answer is probably Zipex. I guess you gotta give it to Zipex, I guess, yeah. Zipex, yeah, Zipex.
For a while now, and probably even at this moment, Zipnix.
I think this one should be Shipnix. I think everyone say that.
Of course, Zipix is really famous in those kind of situations. He's really good and he's really hard to play against. I know that because I played against him a lot and a lot of clutches as well. And it's hard. I think I will say Zipix is really good.
I think that Zipnix is the best. Honestly, I don't think there's anyone that's like close to him, so I have to say it too.
Yeah.
I don't know, Zipnix, I think. Zipnix is amazing. When I see his clutch, he know how to use every nade, he know how to use every situation. So for me, Zipnix for sure.
So when MRBR, when you guys are in a 1v3 situation against Zipix, and Zipix is one player by himself, are you still like really nervous? You're like, okay guys, we can actually lose this round because of Zipix.
Of course, so we take him more. So we say, guys, don't make his chance. Because when you give the first chance, you know how to ending. So we say, just don't give a chance and we'll be fine.
I'd say Zipix is the best clutcher, like pretty easily actually. You see it every day, so like every time he plays, it's a clutch, yeah.
Vodafone presents the pre-match.
Now, Chad, it was an overwhelming response there.
Yeah, surprised no one said me.
Yeah, no one was going to say that. But I need to ask you how you say his alias. Is Zipnix, or Zipnix?
So you give me one option.
No, I mean,
I say Zipnix, but the thing is, it's meant to be Zipex. That's how it's meant to be said. That's for what he said. But unfortunately, he set the record late way too. It's already happened. The casters have already have clips of him clutching, saying Zipnix. So at that point, that's your name, buddy. If you want to fix it, if you're a player out there, where's this one over here? Let's get back on this one. If you're a player out there and you ever want to become professional, or you're on your way up and there's commentators and they can't pronounce your name because it's got a weird number in it, or you're from like a country like Russia or something and we don't know how to say it properly, which happens all the time, let us know, because then we can say it correct every single time.
Yeah. And perhaps the slate could have been set correct early on in your career where it's Sponge and not Sponge.
No, it is in fact Sponge, like Sponge. However, I was 14 at the time when I made my alias, and look, if I could change it, my alias would just be Chad.
Well, you can't, because that guy already exists. He plays with Shroud all the time. Anyway, let's talk about some stuff here of substance, Chad. or Sponge or Sponge, whatever you want to call yourself. Let's talk about our next matchup in Mouse versus FaZe Clan.
Yes, indeed.
Because everybody likes a good bit of FaZe Clan, but we could begin to talk about the mousesports and perhaps some of the storylines going into this one, because we do know that they have removed Snacks. Stico is back, baby, and this team is looking to get right back where they were.
Can we do this? Can we forget that the Snacks thing ever happened? Let's just have that was
$300,000 oof.
Yeah, but look, let's just pretend it never happened. It was a blip on the radar. They won ESL 1 New York with Stico on the team. We'll pretend that was the case. But in all honesty, these guys really made a rash decision by getting rid of Stico in the first place. It was off the back of Star Series Season 5, where they thought that they didn't perform well enough, realistically, and the coach, LMBT, he was touting this. He was basically making this publicly known, that they needed to just have time off to practice and fix their map pool. Eventually, you know, if they had actually waited, they would have had time, because they would have been able to have that player break, they could have chilled out, they could have come back reinvigorated. They already were a top 5 team in the world. With Snacks coming in, everybody from the outside thought there would be a lot of problems. Communication being one of them. The fact that he's a star player fitting into a team which already has plenty of stars. All these problems, when Snacks was removed from the team, came out. And as you can see right here, these are the upcoming matches for mousesports, as they will see out the rest of the season.
Yes, indeed. They do have FaZe Clan tonight. They're going to have Heroic, and then they're going to have North, Chad, because you know what? I don't think that's necessarily an easy slate by any stretches. Maybe it gets a little bit easier towards the Heroic side of things, but still, this is a team trying to find its footing.
Yeah, and I think, you know, now that Stico's come back into the team, he can kind of come in with a new mindset, right? They wanted him back. They realized what he brought, maybe not necessarily on the scoreboard, but as a teammate, as an individual in the server, communicating for other players, was more valuable than that fragging power that Snacks may have potentially been able to bring. And we've seen that within their results. Sure, they did win ESL 1 New York, but I think that was more of an anomaly. That was a Liquid's final to lose, and they definitely let that one slip out of their hands.
Which you can definitely look back at the interviews. You can look back at the things that they were saying after that matchup had come around into fruition. In fact, one team that didn't nearly make it that far would be that of FaZe Clan. Now, this is a team that has seen its ups and downs. It's lifted some trophies and has put them back down. So, Chad, what is this here storyline with FaZe? And perhaps we start to paint it around the matches they have remaining in the ESL Pro League.
Within Pro League, they've been struggling, right? They actually have a lot of losses against their name. They got 2-0'd by Na'Vi. They got 2-0'd by Hellraisers. Sure, these were 16-14 games, but in Pro League, it's all about getting those W's on the board. And these are their last 3 matches remaining. These guys only have to take on mousesports, which you're about to see go down. NIP in the following week. That will be, in about 2 weeks' time. And then the final week of this will be after Chicago versus Heroic. And they are going to be must-win matches, because right now, they're only sitting at 6th, and they've already played 18 games. I believe that they've played the most games out of all of the teams within the Pro League so far. So it can be worrying signs. But I think this time for these guys as well is a chance to mentally step back and not be too worried, because they have been on the cusp of greatness. They had a chance to have themselves a legacy, to have an era. They didn't quite grasp it. There was a lot of issues that cropped up. Olaf had to take some time off. But these guys know they can be a great team, and they need to get Carrigan back in that in-game leadership role.
Chad, this lineup, as I was saying earlier, and I'll say it again, they have the pieces of the puzzle. They just got to put it together. They have to make it make sense with Rain, Nico, Olaf, Kerrigan, and Guardian, specifically when they're giving us lines where we're not getting rid of Kerrigan. We're not moving him out. In fact, we're just going to give him a step back from the in-game leadership position, and we're going to let Nico do it, interesting enough. I mean, Nico, being the young superstar that he is, was definitely a player that we could say on the radar is destroying people and shouldn't have to worry about in-game leading.
Yeah, and we don't want to have to take away any of Nico's fragging ability by making him think about that in-game leadership role. I think it's a good thing for an in-game leader after certain periods of time to take time off from that role, let one of his teammates, maybe his 2IC, do some calling, especially with online stuff anyway. So maybe this is a good chance for them to transition, give Carrigan a chance to rest and come back. And that's what I hope happens with this team, because right now it's just a Megazord with the bits and pieces put on the wrong way. Nico's like that right arm with the big hook, right? He's been put on the head for some reason, and Carrigan's down there being one of the feet, and he is meant to be the brains of the operation. So I hope that these guys take the time off that they need. They're able to take some deep breaths. They're able to readdress maybe individually how they want to approach the game, and then settle back into a new tactical side as the year tapers off and we lead into IEM Katowice 2019.
The supreme major to rule all majors. But tonight, we're on Inferno, Chad. That's where we're going here with FaZe and mousesports, squaring off on 2 maps, and the first one is going to be that of Inferno. 3, 2, 1, Chad, who you got?
I think FaZe Clan are going to take this one, Trace.
Okay, well, let's see where they take it. And you know who else is taking it? It's going to be the boys, Hugo and Harry.
Thank you very much. Yes, FaZe versus mousesports. So this is so interesting to see. for the reasons the guys on the dash just highlighted, and that's at FaZe. They only have a few more games left to play. They've got 3, including this one now. So, you know, pressure's on. They're currently sitting in that 6th spot. You're going to be top 7 to make it through to the Pro League finals, and they haven't gotten off to the best of starts.
Yeah, being top 6 sounds good right now, but considering so many teams haven't played, you know, that many matches in comparison means that, you know, there's a very good chance that even though FaZe, you know, let's say they lose this just for the case of argument, right? They're sitting in that 6th spot. We're going to have a couple teams overtake them, Harry. I think we're going to have some teams slide up later. And also, mousesports at number 9, just out. They are just behind FaZe, nipping at their heels. They could kick them out of this top 7 spot.
Yeah, and they've only played, you know, a handful of their games thus far. You know, FaZe almost playing double the amount of mousesports, so there's still a lot of room for Mouse to move up that board. Then you have to worry about the X-Space soldiers. They've played just as few. But we're into this pistol round anyway. These become must-win games now for FaZe. And Guardian early on. Going to find a bit of damage there onto the boys in mid. They spot this push coming in from mousesports. And you can see the wonderful folks over at Betway place this slightly in favor of the FaZe clan. It's going to be all the frags going the way of FaZe early on. Sunny left in a 1v4. While he has found the first, he's going to get dropped by Carrigan. So FaZe, a 1-0 start here.
I think, I've never seen that before, but I think Guardian peeked mid. He shot a bullet, it went through the chest of Stico and headshot someone behind him.
Yes,
it did 40 damage off one bullet. And like, the only way you can do that is a goosh through something. And Stico also lost health, so that is so weird, but also so funny. Either way, won't make much difference. FaZe mopped up all those kills on that A-bomb site. Now we're going to see Guardian saving for the AWP nice and early on the CT side of this map. Definitely going to want to be seeing that. He can take these fights down middle confidently as mousesports, apart from a Deagle and Sunny, are pretty under-equipped. By under-equipped, I mean 4 Glocks, Harry. That is really, really under-equipped.
Well, Sunny does have a dig at least to try and work with. He got a few more extra kills at the end of that previous round, so he could afford it into this one. Guardian rocking that P2K and armor. I think that is going to be the new trend.
Yeah.
I feel like I was pretty good at predicting some of the meta, you know?
Yeah, you know, you're right on the ball.
Here is Guardian over here toward long. He's going to go ahead and do a lot of
just
damage
do the same again?
Yeah, I swear he's done it twice now. I don't know
He
what
just
Guardian...
Stico through Oscar. This is all... none of this is making sense, Harry. This is crazy. Guardian is the damage king, but unfortunately you will fall eventually. That bomb is under the control of FaZe. Don't peek this. Sunny has a Deagle. No need to peek this, but they're going to give him a bit of a go as Nico closes the distance there with that MP9, finishes off the round. And 3 M4 saved forward for FaZe as well. That's important. Guardians on the AWP straight into this one. And mousesports, they've got everything to work with. 5 AKs.
And, you know, this is where Pro League for me always gets to be the most exciting. As we approach the end, as we approach some of these teams where their time is running out to maintain that spot on the leaderboard, that's where things get exciting here. And this is certainly one of those games. If FaZe are able to pick this up, if they manage to take a 2-0, then they put themselves in a great spot to still make it through to the Pro League finals. But if they lose this 0-2, their chances are going to be fleeting. At that point, the scary part is that the kind of option whether you go through to the finals kind of starts to get taken out of your hands a bit. You have to rely on other people making the mistakes.
Yeah,
Suddenly, you're not the masters of your own fate anymore.
That last day is always fun because it's just teams watching, hoping a certain team gets this many rounds or wins this map in overtime or whatever. But this round is a bit of a speedy one for mousesports. They kill Guardian instantly on middle. So the orb's being dropped over to Oscar, which is always a bit of a worry. Now mousesports back down a man as Carrigan bails. FaZe over 4. It's going to be Rops forcing Rain out into the open with a Molotov. And even though damage was done by Rain, it's not enough to topple Rops. Now on into a 3-on-3. And Mouse, they could even hit this B bomb site, especially with Carrigan having rotated off of it and coming into the CT spawn means FaZe are very committed here, but mousesports still aren't budging.
Yeah, they've slowed right down, but actually they are now going to peek on into this. And Oscar, he's the man to drop Olaf, leaving now Nico and Carrigan in the hot seat. The new in-game leader And the old left up for this FaZe clan. Nico gonna have to roll back to his roots of being a hard carry. He is good for one, but Oscar continuing to put up the numbers here. Has dispatched of him, leaving Carrigan now in this clutch situation. 1v2, the bomb gonna go down with seconds to spare, and Carrigan rounds the corner. Oscar's homing down his sights, and mousesports going to be picking up their first buy round.
And that is all Oscar picking up the AWP that was taken from Chris J at the start of the round. Oscar got that first pick. Guardian peeked into, not Chris J, he's got 0 kills. Guardian peeked into middle. Oscar finds his AWP and gets 3 more with it. That's a ridiculously good round from Oscar. And Guardian, he was safe from that from the pistol onwards, Harry, but unfortunately he'll get plucked right out of his hands and cost FaZe their own round. mousesports are now going to be off to a strong start on this T side, considering FaZe are going for the hard eco, a PT50 and a Deagle. Nothing more. Even Chris J pulling up that MP7. I like to see some teams or some players still sticking with that gun. mousesports across this board, a lot of them still run this MP7. Chris J has really been contagious with that weapon. Not seen the MP5 so much. Yeah, variety is the spice of life, Harry, so I don't want either of the gun to be too like preferred. I like both of them. Utility setting up towards B here for mousesports. 2 players on the other side. But no matter how many players mousesports are facing in this round, it shouldn't be too much of a task with FaZe having nothing behind this buy.
Yeah, this should just be a mousesports round and a chance for them to keep it clean at that. Now, pushing on in, Chris J opens things up. That's his B bomb site full, and FaZe are going to be finding themselves locked out of this round as mousesports try to pick up a second. Boost up Olaf, maybe he finds something here. It's actually Nico chiming in with the kill. Sunny actually going to get toppled as well, so they're doing the damage, but Stico mops up both kills at the end there, and that is going to be mousesports now tying things up.
What are your thoughts on Stico back in this team, Harry?
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
You know, well, I mean, it's more like, you know, better than having snacks in here. It just didn't really gel, I don't think. Like, they never, I mean, maybe if they gave it more time, it would have, but, you know, then you just run the risk of everyone else becoming demotivated or whatever. Yeah, I just don't really think the chemistry was there. I don't think they needed a snacks. You know, they need a Stico. They need someone to kind of play that more supporting role in the team. Even then, you know, from reading the interviews, now we kind of realize how Stico plays a more crucial role than just fragging.
Well, I mean, he's been putting up the numbers either way for this team. Been one of the better performers in these recent games that Mouse have had versus Na'Vi. Well, the Mouse did get 2-0'd last night by Big Harry. That's a bit of an edge. Oh, Guardian, he doesn't shoot. He had the lineup. He's only going to get that kill, and he even does further damage to Olaf, who does molly off this position. Smoke down in the spawn, blooming for Sunny. And he's trying to catch Olaf repositioning inside of this bomb site. He may as well. Pushing in through the flashbang. Good. Olaf's down, and Sunny's making this one work for the team. Another kill coming in through the smoke as Carrigan shows his face. And mousesports, they're going to tear it right off. 2 players left up for FaZe, and they're going to give it their best to save, but Rops does not want to allow that in the apartments.
Yeah, he's already very much on the scent of these FaZe clan players. They're clearing out this map, and they know exactly now where they reside. And getting a teaser, yeah. What's upcoming?
There's a replay,
we're going to get the replay of that Sunny clip. That's always good. But first, let's see if Sunny can continue to dominate the FaZe clan boys. They're both saving inside of the same bomb site. mousesports knocking on the door of FaZe. Rops picks up Raid. Nico, at this point, you know, he lost his teammate. Rops going to go to find another as they box in FaZe and leave them feeling very claustrophobic. Now we get to see that replay. Here's Sunny finding the openers. That's what we wanted to see.
Oh. Three to 2 for mousesports here. FaZe clan, P250s, Lone Eagle on Nico, but this is not going to be a winnable round for the FaZe, you would imagine. mousesports already off to a stunning start on this T side. We've got the boost up in middle from FaZe. What can they find with this? Sunny even going to be setting up outside of this B bomb site. Molotov is going in deep. That's going to force Olaf back. And that kind of leaves Karrigan hung out to dry here in the corner. Chris J spamming away, but it's only a bait. He's trying to make Karrigan peek him while he gets the reload in. And Oscar will take him down as a result. FaZe Clan demount this boost up in middle because they might need some rotations on this B bomb site. They're going to peer down middle to make sure that mousesports are in fact committing to B, but they are met with a shot from Oscar. He even shoots that pistol further back, or tries to. Fails. mousesports now with a 5-on-3, walking into just 2 players on this B bomb site.
Ooh, Chris J, unfortunate timing, does have Sunny here to help out, and this is going to be the round going the way of Mouse. They get off to another good start here. And going to keep the good times rolling. Now, important detail to note, mousesports, if they manage to take a 2-0 tonight, or even, you know, winning this, they're going to knock Space Soldiers out of that top 7 spot. They're going to be stealing that away from them, and then they'll be right behind that of FaZe.
Ooh. Sorry, who are Space Soldiers?
I mean the X-Space Soldiers. There we go.
There we go.
Or the SpaceX Soldiers. Elon's boys.
Yeah. New tag. 4-2 here to mousesports. The other day, WP back on Guardian. We've not seen this, Harry, since the 3rd round for FaZe, and that didn't go too well. Let's see if Guardian can battle up against Oscar, who's just been sublime for mousesports in recent. Guardian's up on long. Oscar's already deep in middle. FaZe Clan have this double pit set up once again. And Oscar definitely curious up on this A-bomb site. Wants to peer into that of Guardian, but mousesports are keeping pressure up on B right now while Oscar holds for any kind of CT push. That smoke on long will cut Guardian off. He might go for some blind shots here, but instead, what's he doing? Oh, he's boosting up Nico. Oh, hello. I like how Guardian's also turned around, so if they spray through the smoke, they're going to have trouble hitting Guardian in the head. Steeko doesn't get spotted. Nico going to fall back. Steeko could burst in through this smoke as well as it starts to fade. There's the Molotov down. Guardian makes some noise after he burns in it, and scopes as well. So much info for Steeko to play off here, but he's biding his time. He's taking a moment before he commits. The smoke is going to cut anyone from helping Guardian out from Library or long, but that won't be happening. He is a sole defender of the archway position as FaZe have triple stacked B, and with mousesports not setting up for this mid to B play, it's going to be an ace shot. Guardian, he's already completely cornered out of this one.
Rain caught with that nade in hand, and he was the only defender. The save call going to be coming in already from FaZe. Olaf is here on this wrap round. Oh, Chris J. I was going to say, I thought they would shoot each other, but they're just checking that smoke, and yeah, no one's in it for the FaZe Clan side. Olaf still very committed here, still trying to take these fights, but he's all alone. He can't really expect to get too much done. That one kill is really the best of it, so now he's going to look to try and make a hasty escape. So Hugo, I'm going to just go out on a limb.
Yeah.
I'm going to say
you
that
love limbs.
If I love limbs. If FaZe lose this, I think the teams that we see qualify for the finals. I'm going to put my prediction in now. I'm recording this conversation, by the way, as proof when it happens. I think we're going to have Astralis, Na'Vi, Big, North, Space Soldiers, Fnatic, mousesports.
Fnatic?
Yes.
You think they're going to come back?
There's the play.
I'm in full agreement apart from Fnatic. I think it's too late, Harry. I don't think they can come back this much. But I'd like to be pleasantly surprised. Did you include FaZe in that list?
No.
No. Ooh.
If they lose this, though, that was the...
Oh, if they lose this. Okay,
Yeah.
so of course you got a caveat. Well, 5-2, Harry, and already mousesports trying to make your prediction come true, potentially. We do have FaZe's save. We're back in with a big old buy. Rain getting aggressive, but nice trade down middle. It's actually Oscar going down after picking up Rain. He does tag Guardian through the shot of Rain, so he's down to 20 points of health. Far from perfect. Chris J is going to take that AWP, not only because he's already tagged up, but also because he is the secondary AWP for the team. Olaf gets shot through smoke as well. mousesports peering through the hand. But nothing here. Chris J going to spot that jumping player, but do they expect such an aggressive push down from Karrigan? If he wide peeks here, it could be very well timed, but there are 2 players. Do they line up? Karrigan gets one and the second. Easy stuff for Karrigan. The ex-in-game leader of FaZe finding frags down the bottom of B, and but that bomb dropped down the ramp as well, and mousesports too deep. We could even see this rotate from Olaf to bolster that A-side defense. It's not really needed. Guardian's up on long instead. And Stiko's going to walk right into this off angle. Nico, sorry, no AWP here. Guardian instead shuts down short. Getting Robs. Nico dinked through the corner, so Stiko's not going to be able to find that kill. But any damage he can get would be fantastic. Try and force those rebuys from FaZe, but Carrigan's on the AWP, and he will give no one any room. 3 kills for him. Coming in big with that round. FaZe now 3-5. They'll bounce back.
Yes, but we need to see a proper bounce, Hugo. It needs to be like a bouncy ball, not like
a trampoline.
No, well, okay, you just sort of segued into my analogy and ruined it.
Oh,
but
sorry.
That's
Do you
fine.
want to make it anyway?
Well, no, it's all good. We'll just go with the trampoline one. That's good enough too. That also bounces, I guess. So yeah, we go. We've really nailed this. Guardian has the AWP, and he's looking down here towards alt mid. Sully going to be taking control of the apartments, along with the rest of mousesports, as they look to try and maybe switch up the pace here. They get fast control and now might look to waterfall down in towards this A bomb site. Sunny over at the boiler, going to be smoking off long for the second prong in this attack. Rain, he's read this. He throws in that incendiary, and that's going to hold back the mousesports side for the time being. Rotation already coming in on that B bomb site as well. That's Carrigan being pulled away. Right now, though, just silence as mousesports yet to give anything up. The only issue is you've got Olaf holding Banana alone. That means there's 4 players of FaZe inside of this A-bomb site right now. Rop's going to be throwing this close smoke. Gives him a bit more freedom to try and take this fight versus the man in pit. Rain going to get Molotov down in the open. He takes the fights, and he's going to win almost all of them. Rops is able to get the trade, but it's the only kill to come in that round for mousesports, and FaZe going to be straight back in with a 4th. Scary thing right now is this man on your screen, Nico. Since moving in the IGL role, he has been struggling. Haven't seen him have half as strong a games as usual. Currently topping the charts for this FaZe clan roster. Coming in just behind, going to be Carrigan. And actually, I tell you what, in a lot of the games that we've seen FaZe win, weirdly enough, or not maybe win, but in a few of the games that we've seen FaZe play, the 2 players that have looked good, reasonably consistently, have been Nico and Carrigan. Always been very back and forth. Either they're like amazing, or they're literally bottom of the board, both of them, and getting wrecked. But here's the push from mousesports. It's fast, it's aggressive, and Nico's going to shut down too.
Yeah, nice opening kills at least for FaZe, but they're still giving up the onside. Rain's the only man left up, and great kill from Stiko. He's been playing so well this map already. 2 in this round, and that's going to be the most important frag of them all. Pulling mousesports into the advantage, opening up the A bomb site. That plant coming through for the T side. Now the retake with an AWP on Olaf. They have got utility. They could even burn Stiko out of the pit. He's so low as well. Will not be going peeking on into this. So this Molotov is going to be even more valuable. Even if it doesn't get the kill, it forces Stiko to move out wide, and Olaf's going to get the frag. Stiko's gone down. Molly cuts him off, and Rops even drops his teammate up on long. So Olaf may reconsider this round, but he wants to go for it. Pistols out, whipping Oscar down on the bomb site, and it's the 1v1. He taps the bomb, trying to force a peek from the back of the pit, but Rops is not falling for it. Flash over, shot not going to connect, and he's too blind to stop this one. It's going to be the round for mousesports.
Stellar Buy coming in at 4 FaZe clan in this round. Mousesports potential for a reset for either one of these 2 teams, which for FaZe could be a serious way back into this. And already Guardian this time going to best Oscar down in mid. That's a fight that we've seen go the way of Mousesports a couple of times now. Finally, it's going to be Guardian to pick things up. Chris J over here at Banana, going to go walk in the way of Olaf Meister, who currently sits at this B bomb site all on his lonesome. The bomb over there towards Logs, and now the rest of mousesports moving towards Banana. Bomb gets spotted out and actually dropped in the open. Sunny falls, and now this has prompted the rotation back in from Carrigan. mousesports going to continue just walking on him, but into the firing line once again. A missed shot from Olof. He certainly doesn't miss it the second time around. And, oh, not the third either. He's going to shut down this attempted B play from the mousesports side. And in the blink of an eye, it is only young Rops left alive. Bomb down now in the open. 35 seconds left on that clock as of right now.
Yeah, it's not going to happen. 4 players there for FaZe. He mollies that back dark spot, but Olof had repositioned after being a total nuisance on that B bomb site. Coming to life in this round. This double AWP proving to be successful for FaZe, and so successful, in fact, it's broken the economy of mousesports. We're going to see a tactical pause called off the back of it. Good timing, because we only have $2,000 per player for the mousesports boys. So they'd rather sit back and take a timeout, work out how they want to approach this upcoming round instead. Well, not this upcoming round, but the round more after that, because in this upcoming round, Harry, they're going to have absolutely nothing to play with. I mean, they could force, you could argue that. Again, it's a reset for FaZe, so Mouse is still back down to that default loss bonus. One eco won't make a difference, so force buy in this round, or even a half buy to some extent wouldn't go amiss here for Mouse. But again, it's probably not going to amount to too much. FaZe should be securing a 6th here on the CT side. But let's see. Yeah, force buy for Mouse. Not a bad idea at all. If you go fast paced with this one, you can certainly open up a bomb site, and it can easily just start to roll away from the hands of FaZe if they lose those first couple of kills.
Olof down here in CT to try and put a stop to this, and he's been good with the AWP. Now the rest of these pouring his way. Carrigan, not the most convincing of kills, does use up all of his ammo, so he goes down as a result. Now Rob's going to go and get this bomb down. I feel like I could count the amount of times on one hand I've actually seen
that kill.
Yeah, that kill.
Well, the difference was that would have been a kill. The difference there was the bomb plant was on top of the coffin rather than behind it, like it usually is. So Rob aimed for behind the coffin, but it was on top of the other one, this one here. And that's not the typical spot. So nice call from Rops nice call from whoever planted that to do that.
It was Rops.
It was Rops, yeah. Yeah, no, that kill never comes through for some reason. Of course, with an AK, you're probably not going to get it. But
I
feel like people miss it all the time. Yeah, they aim too high every single time.
And then it's like I'll try do it in matchmaking. I'll be plotting on the other side of that without fail.
Yeah,
I'll just get wrecked every time
by someone with an anime profile picture.
Yeah, probably just installed the Office suite as well. But here's the push on up towards the top of mid. Guardian going to have the potential for the frag movie clip here. Not going to happen just yet. This isn't actually all that impressive. These are ecoing players. We were hoping for a spectacle. At least they've kept things clean. Chris J, 1v5. Going to get naded. Going to get naded again. Maybe a third time.
Ooh. I'll take it.
Yeah, a little bit of damage. The AWP carried forward. Carrigan quick to pick that up.
This is looking like far more of a brawl this game, Harry, and I'm excited that we have it. It's not just a one-sided affair. 7-6 to FaZe. Still a good T-side for mousesports, but they're going to want to throw a little bit of extras on the top. Get those extra toppings for 149 apiece. Throw some bacon. Throw some chunks of meat. Sonny, he's going to be made a chunk of meat if he doesn't hurry up. He's cooked alive in his own Molotov. Oh, dear. 4-on-4 straight away. He does get a kill prior to that burning, but it's certainly not going to feel great. mousesports, they can now rally up together towards this B bomb site. FaZe have pulled Guardian into position. Both these AWPs on B right now. And lots of utility behind Guardian as well, but he's focused on getting this kill right now. He's focused on opening things up, and he's done exactly that. Chris J dead. Flashbang's good, so Molotov can come through, but Rops has got ahead of it. And look at Olof in the edge of the smoke as well as Carrigan, rather, getting dominated. Rops going to be able to find that frag. Bomb plant coming in on top of the coffin. Again, mousesports playing safe. Now 3-on-3 on the retake.
Bomb ticking down, and is going to be planted for Banana, so keep your eye on Stiko, especially as there's no one to actually pressure into him. Well, not Stiko, rather. It's actually Oscar down towards Banana, but he's holding the close angle right now. Players coming his way. Guardian has to try and find something sooner rather than later. Nico in from the spawn. Good for one. They have to deal with these players, and now Oscar emerging from the Banana. Guardian finds himself locked in the 1v2, and with it all to do, it's too much to ask. Oscar chiming in with his second kill of the round, all tied up 7-7.
We already know from yesterday, Oscar is very good at these post-pots on the B-bomb side of Inferno. If you remember that 3-in-1 kill, 1v4 clutch from Oscar. That was entertaining, but 7-7 here. mousesports have had a very, very good T-side, Harry, and they're looking to really finish it off in the lead. That would be pretty dominant, but can they go the full distance? Double Orca still here for FaZe. Lots of nades down Banana. Sunny a little more careful this time, and rightly so after that previous round. Oh, those Molotovs always spread. Sunny anticipated that he would be safe in that position. Couldn't be more wrong. Down to 40 points of health. Carrigan's still here as well. Oh, he has an opportunity. Flash. Sunny going to get that kill. Nice shot. No head armor for Carrigan, and that will cost him a lot as mousesports had this one SMG in this last round and a half, because the money wasn't great for them either. Oh.
Uh-oh. Tries to take down someone through the wallbang. All he's done is give Oscar, you know, sonar-like vision as to where he might be. Now Chris J chiming in with another. Guardian going to try and aggress, and everywhere they turn, Oscar's there, but Guardian faces not only his inner demons, but also the demon on mousesports. Drops him from the equation. Rops now down beneath the balcony here. But he's not looking to... oh, never mind. He actually does completely ignore Nico up there. So 2v3 ensues. Last round of this first half. FaZe Clan going to try and go for this. It's Nico and Guardian left up. First have to try and get past Sunny, who lies in wait. Flashed off the angle right now. Their time. Still Nico able to find it now. Just Stico and Chris J. After time ticked on down for this bomb, Nico going to do damage onto Stico and throws in this Molotov. Does force them out of the open, but Stico takes all the fights and wins them to boot. So mousesports will be winning out the half here on Inferno. 8-7 in their favor heading into this second half.
Stico may not be highest on the scoreboard, but the amount of impact kills he's having is ridiculous. Shutting down that retake. There's rounds where he's opened up multiple times on that A bomb site. The one where he pulled it back into a 3-on-2 when Rain was on the bomb site as well with a great shot. I mean, Stico, maybe not the highlight reel from him, but just consistent fragging, keeping it up for mousesports. Sunny as well had a great half. I mean, you can't, yeah, you could just go and name pretty much everyone on mousesports. I mean, everyone in the server really pulling their own weight. No one's falling off. What a fantastic half from mousesports. 8 rounds on the T side of Inferno. Oscar coming into his own. I want to see him on the CT side, Harry. Guardian's been shut out of a few of these rounds, so how will he respond now moving over to the more difficult of the two for the AWPer?
Yeah, I mean, you look over at FaZe, we have Nico leading the way. He's both leading the team and in terms of this kill count. He's been really the defining point of me of this FaZe roster thus far. And let me tell you, competition is fierce right now. I mean, even if you take a look, for example, down in the Mountain Dew League, the teams that could be looking to replace a team like FaZe if this performance continues potentially. You have LDLC actually up at the top of the league right now, undefeated in the Mountain Dew League, 8-0. Never saw that one coming. Kingwin just behind them, 8-2. That's Taz's boys. Love to see that. You know, we haven't had some Polish representation up here. Well, we have Egos, never mind, but you know, they might not be lasting too long, as they currently sit at bottom of the board. And yeah, I mean, this is the first time I looked at the MDL leaderboards this season, I'll be honest.
Yeah, even 3D Max is in third place. I think that's pretty cool. That's the French roster.
And then you've got to bear in mind who else we have in there. You know, you have teams like Fragsters, you got, you know, your Team Spirits, your Optic Gamings, etc., etc. There's so many good teams down in MDL right now. But anyway, Rain's open this round up. Guardians chimed in with another. So FaZe looking like they've had a change of heart. Actually, they want to try and win this game out. The mere mention of the Mountain Dew League has switched these guys on.
Well, Rops and Chris have to pull back a near impossible situation. You can't play passive like this. You've got to gamble. And yeah, Chris gonna rotate, but we'll reconsider. Luckily so, because FaZe are fully set up to go for this B site burst. Chris is going to be calling for a little bit of help now in the team speak. He's already spotted 2, smoke going over the top, and this will cut Chris out of the sight, out of the round. Out of any chance of mousesports winning this one, he repositions up on the coffin. But FaZe leaving no box unchecked, Harry. They've smoked this one as well. Chris cannot catch a break. That bomb plant does go down. And just like that, FaZe have pretty much guaranteed the round. It's about mousesports saving maybe this armor so they can buy up something around this in the upcoming one.
Here, I'm going to give you a guess.
Yeah.
Who do you think is bottom of MDL right now?
VP?
No, you can actually see them. They're 5th.
Oh, okay. Well, I wasn't looking.
You can just give me a nationality if you'd prefer.
Oh, but I can't answer that. I have no idea. How many? There's like 20 teams in that.
Well, I'll just tell you.
I don't even know like more than 5 teams in that.
It's Team Endpoint.
Oh, I could. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That makes a lot more sense.
It's nice that we.
I didn't even know they were in MDL.
Yeah, me either. So.
Shout
out to those guys. 8 to 8, tied up here, and yeah, everyone gets deleted. You know, even though they try and save Hugo, that's never fun. You know, when you try and save and then you get some big unexpected, you know, maybe a car breaks down. Maybe a house burns down if you're really unlucky. So then all the savings that you had, everything you were banking on, gets stripped away from you. And that's probably how the mousesports guys are feeling right now.
Unless you have insurance. So let's hope mousesports have insurance for losing that pistol. It will be a little bit increased, $1,900.
Oh, well.
Look at this push from Robs. They're all going down middle, burning into FaZe now, running into FaZe. I don't know what that means. Nico going to get 3 kills. Olaf does trade. Just like that, the round's done. But yeah, that's a nice, quick and concise way for getting rid of an anti-eco. Take a couple of players with you. Surprise FaZe, but not going to work out too well. So now we'll see the buy come out from mousesports here, Harry, into the third of the half. And frankly, they don't have a lot to play with. I mean, obviously they've got the rifles, but in terms of having the AWP and more than, you know, a couple of smokes and flashbangs, yeah, that's going to be lacking. And oh, okay, Chris J does have the AWP, but no armor behind it. mousesports are actually having a little bit more than expected here. Let's see if this AWP can find any opening kills. Isn't on Oscar, but it's mainly just down to the lack of armor that Chris J has. Guardian going to walk right into it, not getting a good start. It's actually like the first half all over again. Oscar killing that AWP nice and early. Nico picks it back up for FaZe. And they're still going to give this A site a go.
Nico gets caught with that smoke out just as he goes to replenish the one down on long. So Nico has presented a 4-on-4 to FaZe. Once again, it's him to try and pull them back into this round. Olaf drops the Glock down. I think that was to try and mimic the sound of someone dropping the bomb.
I like that.
Because then he throws in his fake in towards that B bomb site, and it has indeed kept the 2 mousesports players there. They haven't rotated off. So now the pressure falls onto the 2 players here inside of inside of this A bomb site rather. That's going to be Rops
and Oscar
trying to hold things off. Sunny. And with that frag, that's the bomb drop. More players coming his way. And does find decent damage now. Bullets raining down from the top of mid. And Oscar, he's picked up the double. The bomb's dropped out in the open. And for Rain, that's the end of this round. He's just got to go ahead and back on out of things. 14 seconds left. I mean, maybe even wants to die. He's going to get more money for that anyway. So that will be the round going the way of mousesports.
I think he should have saved there. He could have dropped over a gun. FaZe have enough money on 3 players.
Wait, yeah, of course.
If he
they
saves,
win the pistol.
Everyone has a full buy here for FaZe. But instead he goes for it with 10 HP. I don't know about that call because that's going to really impact the
I thought
buy.
they had the loss bonus, but obviously they don't, right? It was them to win the pistol, so now they're going to go ahead and just have to take the eco.
They would have had a full buy here. They would have had 5 players on rifles if they or 4 players on rifles rather if they saved that round.
Actually, you know what? I like this.
Why not?
I like this from FaZe. Just redistributing the economy, right? It's early days now.
The only problem with this is like there's no loss bonus really coming in. $1,900. Guardian has $1,500, so it's actually not like it's not going to get them a better buy. They'll have guns next round, but it's not like they're doing this for the AWP.
Yeah, you're right. You changed my mind. I'm back to not liking it.
Yeah, and Oscar is back to middle, just destroying FaZe as he has been this entire game. Last man up is Guardian, and here's a replay. I don't think Guardian's got much left in his tank anyway in this 1v5. Does have a deagle. What can he find with it? In through the boiler. But Oscar's on the angle. Oh! If only he committed to that initial couple of shots on Oscar, he might have found that kill, but it doesn't make too much of a difference anyway. 10-9. And yeah, so what's the situation here for FaZe? Now you've got Olaf able to drop that AWP. Guardian can buy a rifle, but he's got head armor with no head armor with no utility. FaZe have a good buy, yeah, but definitely not full, considering Guardian's lackluster. But They've got enough to get this round, Harry. The only problem is the double AWP for mousesports continues to be a threat. Oscar continues to be a threat, namely so. 3 players up on that B-bomb site to start off this round. Stiko, Sunny, Chris. They'll push down as well. They'll take some control. We have that SMG on Stiko. He and this is something he always did back on the old mousesports. Nice name, by the way. He always takes the SMG. If there's a player taking a hit in a gun round like this, it's always going to be Stiko. And that's what I like, because sometimes IGLs don't like to give away, you know, their gun, and they'll want to set themselves up a lot. And even though maybe that is the case here for Chris, that's not a problem. We want to see him on the AWP. But Stiko, you know, taking a hit to allow the stars of this team to step up is another one of those many things that he brings to the table. FaZe Clan take the top of Banana. 1 player here for mousesports. Early rotate from Sunny. Definitely required, considering that was only 1 man on B for a second there, and FaZe definitely could have found the timing, but not rushing early on in. Rain's just lurking up on that apartment's position. And FaZe setting up their nades with 40 seconds on the clock to go for this push. mousesports continue to slow it down with utility though, and Sunny still has an incendiary.
They've already lost Rain early on. Now the rotation back in from Stiko sees 3 players at this B-bomb site. 20 seconds left. FaZe have to go for this. As Stiko waiting down in CT means that Chris J just has to find 1 or 2. There's only 10 seconds. The bomb only just getting in. Chris J just has to try and hold his ground, and he's buying time, but not going to be enough as he gets shut down. Stiko, he's denied the bomb plot. He's won the round. He's done it all, and that will be mousesports picking themselves up on 11th. All on the back of the man in question. You talked about in that whole round, Hugo, and then he comes into his own at the very end. And we mentioned, you know, not top of the board, but in terms of the impact that he's having, it's been fantastic for mousesports thus far.
Chris J even found the tag onto that player planting. Not that it made a difference. Stiko would have had that kill, but just makes it easier. Great work from Stiko in that round, and now he's going to reap the benefits, reap the rewards. He's up on a rifle, Harry. Dobby's been given a sock. He's free. No more SMGs for Stiko. 11-9 here for mousesports, and oh, FaZe, they've gone for 1 AK. They've got pistols and everyone else. And AWP. Carrigan needs to find these opening kills alongside that AWP. This is all FaZe can hope for. Obviously, these 2 guns actually saved from that previous round as FaZe weren't able to get the bomb down after all due to Stiko. So, not purposeful save, but opportunistic, maybe. Oh, Guardian getting wrecked out in middle early on. And he goes on 22 kills this game. He's really performing well today for FaZe. The top fragger in the server, in fact. So, nice to see them give him the AWP. He is low as well. And in fact, look at Carrigan. How the hell is Carrigan here? FaZe are going to be able to set up for this B play because mousesports are pushed down Banana. Carrigan going to get all this info. The only problem is, if FaZe push into Banana before Carrigan clears out that B site, they may get caught by this aggressive setup. So, Chris J and Sunny repositioning. Carrigan coming in with that huge flank, but with mousesports going back towards the site, they have their back turned. Carrigan does get Sunny, but Chris J's caught in between 4 players now. He needs to get himself a couple of kills, and Chris does exactly that, and more! A third from Chris J.
Goodness.
So good with this AWP.
Look at him go!
And Carrigan, all that stands here for FaZe.
Yeah, it was looking like such a good round for FaZe. Chris J's torn it all apart. He will get finished off by Carrigan, but surely the Lone Dane can't get them back into this round, and try as he might, he's going to get put down there. Chris J, look at this. I'm so glad we get to see the replay. My goodness. He's boxed in from Carrigan in CT spawn. He has to take the fights and he has to win them, and he wins every single one.
Harry, he has 2 options. He can go back and fight Carrigan on his own on that B site, or he can fight 3 players in Banana. Only Chris fights the 3 players and kills every single one. Oh dear, that is a round and a half for Chris J. And yeah, FaZe, you're going to need a tactical timeout. That was a really good round from FaZe as well. They made a best of a horrible situation with only 2 guns, but there's nothing you can do when Chris J is coming into his own and parting in the banana.
I mean, you could just tell looking at that, sizing that one up, right, that Chris J is going to do something spectacular. That's what we're used to seeing from him in those high-pressure situations. And now mousesports sitting 12 rounds to the 9 of FaZe. A buy on the board for the FaZe boys, but already a little bit of nade damage coming in through mid. And that's significant because you still got these 2 M4s on Stiko and Sunny. Now Olaf becomes a one-hit headshot. I think Nico does as well. Yeah, he does, just narrowly. So Sunny getting into position here. These M4s now just as effective as those AKs on 2 players. Oscar up in the apartments. Will get pressured from short as well, and he's got a lot to keep an eye on. Does have Rops down in the pit. I think he's actually up on the balcony now. Indeed he is. He's going to be keeping an eye on this portion of the map. Meanwhile, they've also gone ahead and set up that secondary AWP on Chris J up here at the top of Banana. We've seen he's been an absolute menace, but this time he's been picked off. Olaf able to find it, and now suddenly all the pressure going to fall onto one man. That man is Sunny inside of this B-bomb site. Oscar as well. Might be about to find himself in a spot he doesn't want to be in. 3 players at the top of mid of FaZe, still with all the time in the world to make their mind up. And mousesports, they're taking the gamble. They're rotating everyone in toward that B-bomb site. And that's the wrong call to make. Olaf gets very deep inside of the B-bomb. So the bomb's here at A. And Rops, maybe he can find something. Maybe he can look to make this round possible. Indeed, he cannot. The bomb plant comes in, and that will be the round going the way of FaZe, you imagine. mousesports, yeah, they're just going to back away and save.
Good decision to do so. Don't need to commit to that one. FaZe are going to be back in this one, Harry. It looked like mousesports could have started to claw this game through, especially with that fantastic round from Chris J, but tactical pause from FaZe will enable them to get that A site executed, and pretty perfectly done with 4 players surviving as well. The only player to actually go down got 2 kills, so definitely worthwhile for Olaf. Now 10 rounds to FaZe. Look at that scoreboard. Well, it's not in order because obviously this is done on halves and points you get in the halves. Nico, middle of the board for FaZe, 22 kills on him. Somehow, despite everything that's going on, top fragging in the server, and making this one possible for FaZe. Without him, this game would probably be over a long, long time ago. But it is a team game after all, Harry, and FaZe need to rally together if they want to bring this comeback in full pursuit. Because mousesports, if they win this round, they reset FaZe. Luckily enough, 4 players survived, but it's still going to be a horrible time to lose a round for FaZe Clan. They need to convert. And considering that previous round was the first one they found since their anti-eco in the second, then this doesn't bode well for the FaZe Clan.
They do manage to take control of Banana at the very least. Nico. Really down into the open, not quite able to find anything on the peak is Chris J the first time around, holding close to this half wall. Here's Olaf, and as that flash rains in, he just waits. He's going to get tagged there. And again, no. Chris J. They say lightning doesn't strike the same place twice, but Chris J certainly can as he shuts down that man at a Banana. Trey comes back in from Guardian. The reason I say it is because Chris J has been a real force of nature. He's got to be all that and more, though, as Carrigan does drop Rops in the apartments. Rain even wrapping round. He might beat Chris J on the timing, and he was spotted there.
Someone definitely called that they just saw him. Chris J didn't, but sorry, not Chris J. Rain didn't. Now they know either way. 30 seconds left. When this smoke fades, Stiko's got to be very careful. They're going to flash through. Rain's waiting for this push up from the library. The timing couldn't be better. Stiko gets caught by Rain in the smoke. Oscar's out in the open, and FaZe, they have perfectly timed that execute. Fantastic work. Chris J far too far away. And what happened to that push up from Chris J? Because I assume he spotted Rain, but he didn't commit with fighting up on A. He actually just went back to B to save. Maybe assuming it wasn't the full execute. Who knows? The idea could have been there from mousesports is that with Chris J pushed up in the CT spawn, FaZe could have had control of Banana, and considering that short was clear because mousesports could see into it, they didn't know that FaZe were double stacked in the apartment.
Yeah, that's certainly what it felt like, right? Because then, you know, then that makes sense as to why Stiko, for example, stopped watching for Rain at that exact moment. Would have been because they've anticipated that he's tried to hold library perhaps for these rotations or something along those lines.
Or just even split B, right? Because if you see one player on his own archway and you don't know where the other two are, it's fairly safe to assume that FaZe have thrown in a fake on A, they've pushed up Banana, and they've sent that one arch wrap round. That would have made sense. And I think that was the read from mousesports going a little bit wrong. It's going to cost him the round, Harry, at a very important time. As we said, if mousesports find that reset to FaZe, this game might just be crumbling under their fingers, but now we have a real match on our hands. Still 2 AWPs for mousesports. Still a fairly decent buy, albeit the SMG and the FAMAS. But FaZe, they built up a bank of their own, Harry. Not only a bank of rounds, but a bank of cash. $2,000 plus on the majority of these players. That's more than enough for now. Quad stack on B to start the round off from mousesports, expecting a faster pace from FaZe, considering they've not really had much luck down towards B due to Chris J and the rest of his team's utility. But no, FaZe are back in middle. Falling back to Old Faithful. They're going to hear that scope as well. Oscar's on the other side of the smoke. Rain, does he go for the blind shot? Or he's so perfectly towards Oscar that for a second was a bit worrying, but he will fall back. Oscar holding a very tight angle. Nico, that's going to be a smoke to cut off the long position. And this leaves Oscar hung out to dry. No support from Stiko on the site, no support from anyone other than utility over the roof. Oscar's got to be careful that he stops any kind of wrap coming through from FaZe. They're going to move up middle. Bomb dropped back. Oscar gives away his position with that flash. It's perfect. He moves in, blinding Nico, forcing him off the angle. 38 seconds, and still FaZe are unable to get control of this long position. They have to go for the short play if they want to take this A bomb site.
Yeah, they've only got 25 seconds left. They're committed now. They're in for the ride. And Nico, he's able to find one. That's Nico to go down. Rob's just waiting in the pit. The smokes are down to cut him off and leave him isolated from the rest of his team, at least for the time being, although this also means that he hasn't been properly cleared out yet, and now they know of the man down in the pit. It's Rops. He's trapped regardless, so mousesports have to try and make something come of this. They can't just leave him in the pit to die. And Rops, he's continuing this good form. He's able to go ahead and find himself another. He's made this possible. Guardian on short, good for one. Rain trades it back. It's a very back and forth round, but you still have Rops to worry about. He has to try and get into the fray. He has to try and help out, and Carragher's going to catch him now. Just Oscar left up, and Carragher doubles down. That's the round going the way of FaZe, 12-12, all tied up now. And there's no money left for mousesports in this one.
Sick delay play from Rain. He gets one kill to put it back into the 2-on-2 and then just hides, allowing Carragher to swoop in and find both those frags while Rain doesn't commit to a duel on the site. If he does, maybe mousesports had the time, but Rain just doesn't give them an inch. And FaZe Clan, they've come back a mile. 12-12 now. They're back in this game and they're about to take the lead with mousesports only on pistols here. Harry, I knew this would be one of the best games of the week, and it's certainly proving to be so. So close, and many explosive rounds. Rops is rushing down Banana this time. Nico's ready, continuing his deathmatch that has been Inferno. And the scoreboard is lit up. FaZe Clan, 13 rounds just like that. Nice swift eco. That's 25 kills for Nico now, Harry. He's not stopping.
No, he's certainly not. He's feeling fantastic, and that is good because FaZe needs someone to be feeling that way. These games are so important. They've got 3 more, sorry, including this, they've got what, like 3 series left to play? And they currently sit down in that last occupying spot for the team that qualified for the finals. So there's very high chance if they lose this, they can get nudged out. And this is a team that we've, you know, that we expect to see at the finals. Almost definitely. Especially if you consider last time that we saw them there, they didn't even have Olaf playing in Dallas. I'm pretty sure that was back when they had Exist off the top of my head, I think was the guy they had with them there. Stacked up outside of the B bomb site this time around. Going to try and go for this fast play. Chris J back at the bomb site. Over here on the pillar has to now be a pillar himself and hold up this round for mousesports.
FaZe are so good at these Molotovs. They love their set executes on this B-bomb site, so Chris J is going to get completely forced out of position. Olaf catches him out of the open line in Sunny. While he attempts to go through with that flashbang, he's not going to get any kills from it. This puts mousesports in a very awkward spot, but Oscar's deep and committed into the ruins. Karrigan doesn't know, so Oscar does have the element of surprise, but they're already trained on the angle. Nico's ready for it, and Karrigan's already begun to hunt down these players in the spawn. Just going to be a bit too late because he's focused on Oscar coming in from the back. But I mean, FaZe have Oscar pinned here. Even if Rops gets that kill to Karrigan, Oscar's going to have such a difficult job of saving this one AWP that mousesports have. It won't happen. Rain's taking him down. And just like that, mousesports, the early setup for a retake has actually come back to haunt them. So FaZe even have Guardian in the apartments to get rid of these two saving players. And just like that, Harry, 14 rounds for FaZe. This was looking like mousesports' game just a moment ago. No saves either. This would be an opportune time for a pause for mousesports. They just got their economy broken. $3,400 off of the loss bonus. That will be all they have to play with, Harry. We had pretty much everyone spend the entirety of their cash in that previous round. Oscar full saving, everyone else half buying. This is probably the best that mousesports can do in this one. Chances are FaZe are on 15.
Yeah, it certainly looks that way. What that Molotov misses as well, and that would have been the perfect play. Nico going to be flashing over for find that first kill. More players here just toying with him for now, but they're not able to trade out Sunny, so mousesports going a man down early on. Remaining two players over here at the top of Banana. Stiko does dispatch of Olaf with the Deagle. Oscar even with a Nova might catch the timing on a Karrigan. Here's him swap.
Oh my god.
Oscar. There we go. The Nova roars to life, and now he's upgraded onto an AK. Rain trying to come in with the trade, and Rop's going to pick it up. mousesports could turn this around now in round 27.
That's such a clever play from Oscar. He shoots to try and bait Karrigan from walking through it, assuming that Oscar's not looking towards him, but it's actually just to bait him to peek into Rops.
So now just Nico and Guardian left up. Nico has been the real talking point of this FaZe roster in this game. Currently sitting on, what, 25 kills or something around there? 26, so above and beyond. This is a round that FaZe Clan should have had in the bag, and now it's all been called into question. This could have been their match point round. And now just Guardian and Nico left up. Guardian edging his way in. Chris J at oranges. Has a big job here. Going to get spotted as Guardian flies in from this round. Nico chimes in with another. There's only 7 seconds left. The bomb plant looking to come in. Oscar might deny it, and indeed he does. He's going to find both kills. That's the round going the way of Mouse. As Nico and Guardian get completely blindsided from Banana, it's going to be a 13th on the board for mousesports. The 4 spies sees them through.
And as good as Nico has been in bailing FaZe out of so many spots here, Oscar has been just as effective for mousesports. 2 huge kills and 3 in the round from him as he flanks up that Banana. Really good timing on that peak. Catches FaZe completely out of position, and 13 rounds for mousesports. Harry, we assumed that was a 15th for FaZe. Mouse only half bought into that round. Oscar didn't even spend any money. And now look at the benefit of that. He has the AWP. He has 5 grand in the bank. This man has been saving. He may save the game for mousesports here, but already Chris J's been dropped at the top of Banana. This AWP fast set up for Guardian, and he's looking for even more damage. Oh, Sunny peeks into it. Luckily survives. Avoids that nade, but Guardian, surely he saw him cross there. Surely he knows that there's a man on the sandbags right now. It doesn't seem like that's the case. Maybe the nade gave up the angle, and Sunny's going to be able to take down Guardian instead. He was already swapped out to the AK, giving Olaf Meister that AWP. But Sunny's still here in the Banana. He's yet to back off, and there we go. With that flashbang, he will successfully be able to move back into the B site in this 4-on-4.
the drawing board here for FaZe, and that means back to this A-bomb site. Going to be Carrigan and Rain here. Rain flashed on around. Oscar going to miss the timing there onto the players down in mid. Oh, but he doesn't miss the timing onto Rain. That's a big advantage to take, and now going to be given another opportunity. He does just back away. Nico, in the meantime, already blitzing his way down through short, trying to carve apart. He's gone past Rops, he's picked up Oscar, he's looking for a little bit more. Nico is absolutely unreal, 29 kills, and he's opened up the A-bomb site. Now leaving Stiko and Sunny 2v3, and they're going to make the call to save, which means FaZe Clan will be reaching match point here on Inferno, 15-13. And usually, while these games early on in the league don't have the most massive of impacts for FaZe, this is a must-win game.
Yeah, and Nico knows it, right? He does not want this team to not be making the grand finals in Odense later this year.
Getting better at that pronunciation
Yeah,
every time.
Bit by bit, Harry. All about the progress, you know me. 15 rounds to FaZe Clan.
Man, we've come a long way. You know, we were saying, in the same way that FaZe have come a long way in this game. We personally, I think, it used to be Odense. That's what everyone used to say.
Odense,
Look, we're butchering it way less now. It's still terrible. We're not going to pretend like we're Danish.
Look at this round from Nico, though.
Nico's pretending like he's Danish, playing like this. Look at him go.
So important. Massive kills from Nico. Again, we talk about like frags coming through from players that are super impactful, even though they're not on the scoreboard. Well, Nico, he's the best of both worlds. He's got a ridiculous amount of kills, and all of them seemingly impactful here for FaZe. 15-13. mousesports had this game under lock, and FaZe have bounced back with 5 rounds in a row, resetting Mouse onto match point. Luckily, we had Oscar saving that 5 grand on that eco, because now he's actually got the AWP out once more, and Chris J's going to be joining him after that save. mousesports, they need this round, Harry. They need to bring us to overtime. What a sick nade from FaZe Clan. We see that thrown over the balcony at 15-13, catching Stiko down to 79 points of health. Every little bit helps for FaZe. Molotov in middle to slow this down after that smoke goes out on long. It won't hold FaZe back for too much longer, though. They'll commit with this execute. Stiko's up on top. We've seen Rops use his position before, so they are going to expect it. And a bit of a shot from Rain, pre-aiming the angle and getting the kill. Stiko was looking at the boiler instead, and he's going to be dropped. FaZe now with a man advantage in what could be the final round of this map.
Sunny is over here at Arch, and usually he's so key for mousesports. Now hasn't had the best of games thus far, but he's going to get tested now. We need to see that return to form as they try and split in toward this B bomb site. They've picked off Sunny, and so now we're looking at Chris J. Now, Chris J, we have a lot of memories of aces and Chris J, or big performances from Chris J with this AWP. Looking to try and roll back to New York. Takes that peek onto Guardian. More players coming his way. 20 seconds left, and now it's all eyes onto Chris J. And while he does tag up Rain, damage is not enough. He needed the kill. That's going to be the bomb going down now for FaZe. Oscar and Rops left up in the retake. Nico even going to juggle that AWP into the back of the bomb site. Now, one Molotov on Rops. That does at least force the player. No one on oranges, so it doesn't matter. Has missed its mark, I guess, and Rops goes running into Rain. Oscar, so many angles to check, and he will fall, which means FaZe, they're going to be the team closing out this first map. They move 1-up in this series, a must-win series. And FaZe, they look good. Nico especially, absolutely unreal.
I think that was one of the best games we've had all season, Harry, in terms of pure entertainment value and you know, all the rounds. Really, really exciting matchup. And considering we've got Mirage coming up next, this will be a fantastic series to finish up. We're not done just yet, boys and girls. We do have that analyst desk though first. However, before that, we're going to head to a break.